Did you know that the Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, was demon possessed? And we get this from the writings of Islam. Let's start here. Surah chapter 15 verse 39 to 42 says Satan has no authority over the servants of Allah, Muhammad included, meaning that Satan cannot guide them, cannot lead them, cannot influence them. Now let's check this out. Sahih Bukhari, volume 4, book 54, number 490. Aisha narrates a story that the Prophet Muhammad would hallucinate. He would imagine doing things that he actually didn't even do. And he was praying for a long time, asking for deliverance, for God to cure him from this thing. And then he had a dream, and there were two men that appeared in the dream. The other one was sitting on the side of his head, and the other one was sitting on the side of his feet. And then the other one said, "What is wrong with this man? What's eating him?" And the other one said, "He has been bewitched." Ooh, the Prophet of Allah has been bewitched. Sahih Bukhari, volume 8, book 73, number 89. Aisha continues the story that this Prophet of Allah, Muhammad, would hallucinate that he's having sex with his wives when he didn't. And these two men in a dream, as he's praying, continue to tell a story on how he has been bewitched and who bewitched him, who happened to have been a Jewish boy who was his slave, and how he would get cured from this witchcraft. There's been actually a lot of stories in the hadiths. There are three important texts in Islam. Ibn Ishaq, Al-Tabari, and Al-Bukhari. So Ibn Ishaq, in the Sirat Rasul Allah, page 109, I think, tells a story on how the Prophet Muhammad tried to kill himself because he thought he was possessed by the devil, and he was ashamed of what people would say. And on how he was stopped by Khadija, one of his wives, and her cousin, and trying to convince him that he's the Prophet of Allah. There is no way that he's possessed by the devil. And Al-Bukhari writes about that. You get quite a lot of stories showing that the Prophet Muhammad thought he was demon possessed. In another video, we will talk about how he died of poisoning and what the Quran says about a prophet that is not of God, claims to be of God, how he would die. And that's exactly how Muhammad died. The Quran is not the book of God. Islam is not the religion of God at all. They are copycats who failed terribly.